Ellie was a dreamer. At 8 years old, she believed in everything magical, talking animals, hidden worlds in the forest, and most of all, the stars. Every night, she would sit by her bedroom window and watch the sky, whispering wishes to the twinkling lights above. One evening, while Ellie was stargazing, her grandmother came to sit beside her. Grandma May was full of stories and always smelled like lavender. She carried a small, empty mason jar with her. "Ellie," Grandma May said, holding up the jar, "do you know that if you catch a falling star, you can keep its light forever?" Ellie's eyes grew wide. "Really? How?" "With a jar like this," May said, placing it in Ellie's hands. "You have to be quick, though. Falling stars don't wait around." That night, Ellie stayed up later than usual, clutching the jar. She scanned the sky, her heart fluttering with excitement. Just as she was about to give up, a streak of light shot across the heavens. Without thinking, she thrust the jar out the window, snapping the lid shut. The jar felt warm in her hands, and to Ellie's amazement, it glowed faintly from within. She raced to her grandmother, who smiled knowingly. "You've caught your first star," Grandma May said. "But remember, stars are not meant to be kept forever. They need to shine for everyone." Ellie nodded solemnly, deciding she would release the star after she made a wish. That night, she wished for something special. "I wish for Grandma May to always tell me stories." The next morning, Ellie set the jar on the windowsill and unscrewed the lid. A tiny flicker of light zipped out and disappeared into the blue sky. She felt a pang of sadness, but knew it was the right thing to do. Days turned into weeks, and Ellie continued her nightly stargazing. Sometimes, she caught another star in her jar, always making a wish before setting it free. Each wish was small: a sunny day for a picnic, a new book to read, or a happy dream. Every single one seemed to come true. One evening, Grandma May didn't come to sit by the window. She had fallen ill and was resting in bed. Ellie felt her heart sink as she clutched the star jar, wishing desperately for her grandmother to get better. That night, she caught the brightest star she had ever seen. Its light filled the jar, casting a golden glow across her room. "I wish for Grandma May to be okay," Ellie whispered. The next morning, Grandma May was sitting up, smiling as she sipped her tea. "You must have wished very hard," she said, her voice stronger than it had been in days. Ellie hugged her grandmother tightly, the jar still warm in her hands. From then on, Ellie didn't need to catch stars to make wishes. She had already learned the most important lesson: sharing light and love with others was its own kind of magic. And the stars, she knew, would always be watching.